Good afternoon. Welcome to the Marine Mammal Center here on Giving Tuesday. My name is Mitch Fong. I'm in my 18th season as a topside crew member here as a volunteer, and I have the privilege to take you into the pens here at the Marine Mammal Center and give you a little bit of a glimpse of the work that we do here. For those of you who don't know, the Marine Mammal Center is the largest marine mammal hospital in the entire world. That is to say, there is no other institution in the world which rescues and rehabilitates more marine mammals than right here at the Marine Mammal Center. What we're going to do, and it's actually very exciting for all of us, is we're going to go feed some northern fur seals. They're adorable. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're out there making noise, so I'm actually competing with their voices. But you're going to get a glimpse of what we do on animal care. The other exciting thing is, here on Giving Tuesday, Denise and Gary David have generously offered to match your giving up to midnight tonight. So dollar for dollar, up to $25,000, but it ends at midnight. I saw that news last night, and last night I gave my donation. So if you're new to the center, if you hear or look and see something here today that you think is interesting, please consider texting OCEAN, O-C-E-A-N, to 41444. Again, 41444. Now with that, we're going to go back to the pens. A couple of things before I step back there. You'll notice that I'm going to lower my voice, and we'll talk a little bit about what the volunteers are doing in the pens with the animals, as we want to keep these animals wild. That is to say, we don't want them to habituate or get too used to human talking. So I'm going to lower my voice now, and let's go feed some northern fur seals. Come on. You'll notice that the volunteers are going in with boards. The boards are used for a number of things, one of which is to protect the volunteers, but the other is to use as a blind. That is to say, hide the humans from the visual of the animals. Look at how fast the northern fur seals are. They are so graceful in the water. The volunteers right now, a couple of things. Once they distribute the food, they have to actually make sure that all of the animals are eating. So right now they're hidden behind the boards, and you'll see that there's actually a small hole in the boards for them to be able to view the animals. A couple of other things. If you look at the pen that we're in, this is our H row. These are the deep pools. These are the animals who generally are getting used to competing and eating food. That is to say, hopefully they're a step or two closer to being released. Another thing about this pen, if you look around, it's all boarded up on the inside. This one's one of our specially sealed pens, which we use to rehabilitate sea otters in. Sea otters, relatives of the weasels, are very crafty, and their ability to be able to escape or dismantle a pen is beyond belief. Okay, so right now, the crew is stepping out. You get a chance to see these animals. By the way, these animals, we feed them about 10% of their body weight. So imagine that we have animals that probably our maximum size gets close to 1,000 pounds. It gets expensive. So please, if you're just joining us, it's Giving Tuesday. Please text OCEAN, O-C-E-A-N, to 41444. And remember, Gary and Denise David have generously contributed to match your donation today up to $25,000, but that offer ends at midnight tonight. So at $1 per pound for these animals, if we're putting in 10, 20 pounds of animals, that's $10 to $20. But if you contribute today up until midnight, your $20 will be double the impact at $40. Okay, now I'm going to be quiet again as I exit the pens. And if you have questions, please go to the comment section, and we'll try to field as many questions as we can. What you saw right there is what we call animal care. That is to say, caring for animals. we quickly learned that the animal care was just the tip of the iceberg, and that each of these animals represent a very important and significant information to what's happening, not only to these animals, but also to the oceans in which they live. Why do we matter? Why does that matter? Why do we care? First off, these animals are marine mammals. While they may not look like it, their body, their physiology is very similar to yours and mine. So what's happening to those animals is also happening to humans. The oceans, for every breath of air that you take right now, more than 50% of that air comes from plants in the ocean. And our oceans contain 99 plus percent of our biosphere. 99 plus percent of everything living on this earth is in the ocean. So do we care about these animals in the oceans? Absolutely. And I think you should too. This information is so important that on any given year, maybe even more than 100 marine and veterinary specialists are sent to the Marine Mammal Center to not only learn how to take care of these animals, but also learn what and how can we extract this information. And we share that information very openly and without fees or licensing so that we can collectively create a cooperative community, all trying to save our oceans. Animal care, research, and education. It's what the Marine Mammal Center is all about. And for those of you who are supporting us, I hope you're proud of everything that you have built here at the Marine Mammal Center. And to the extent that you're interested in any one of those facets, again, here on Giving Tuesday, text OCEAN to 41444 and take advantage of the matching, the generous matching of Denise and Gary David, up to $25,000, dollar for dollar, but that ends at midnight. So on behalf of my many patients, Tuesday Day Crew, the 1,300 plus volunteers, and the wonderful staff here at the Marine Mammal Center, I want to say thank you. Thank you for caring for the animals. Thank you for deciding to make a difference. And thank you for all that you've built here. I hope you are proud of everything that you're doing here at the Marine Mammal Center. With that, I'd like to take questions.
So Mitch, we've got a question about what species we just saw for lunch.
Well, what we just fed were northern fur seals. What makes them very special, aside from the fact that they're adorable, is that these animals are pelagic. That is to say, they live many miles off the coast. So for us to find an animal that's a pelagic animal like the fur seals on a beach or on a coast, we know that something's wrong. Also, we don't know a whole lot about what's going on in the oceans. So again, these animals represent very important information for a part of the ocean that we know very little about. Northern fur seals are amazing animals. You watch them walk, they walk very similar to the animals that you see at Pier 39, the California sea lions. They have the flippers so they can walk on. They're actually, even though they're called seals, they probably are a lot more related to our California sea lions. They're amazing.
And how many times a day do we feed patients here at the center?
That depends. Generally speaking, we have 3 feeds. 8 o'clock, a 1 o'clock, and then there's an evening feed. But we have certain animals, like our sea otters, our wonderful sea otters, they actually eat quite a bit more frequently. I think it's 5 times a day. If you have larger animals, they can go longer between feeds. Smaller or younger animals need to eat more frequently.
And why are the fur seals here at the hospital?
All of our animals are here, usually because they're either very sick or they're injured. In the case of the fur seals, and we're learning more about them, just to give you a perspective, there were many, many years where we would only get 1 or 2 fur seals in an entire year. The fact that right now on site we have a dozen, and that in certain years, in the last few years that we've had dozens, the number of incidents of us getting these fur seals is rising. And that is part of the research and the work that we're doing here at the Marine Mammal Center. We're trying to learn more about why we are getting northern fur seals on an increasing basis. And that's going to be an important impact to us of learning what's happening in the oceans and also what's happening to humans.
And we've got another question. Someone wants to know, are there any sea otters at the hospital right now?
Currently, we do not have any sea otters. But on our website, you can always check to see our current patients. And at any given time, we might have some. They are not usually for public viewing, but their stories are amazing. And sea otters are so important to our ecosystem. In short, everywhere the sea otters go, the ocean gets healthier. So they're very important to not just, the biodiversity, but in terms of a thriving ocean, we have found they're kind of like the gardeners of the ocean. The sea otters are amazing as well. But right now we do not have any, but keep looking at our website. You never can tell what'll show up.
And last question, Mitch, how can people watching at home help these animals?
In all ways. First and foremost, here on Giving Tuesday, please support us here. Support our animals. Text OCEAN to 41444. But even just decide to make a difference. Participate. Research more about what we're doing. Understand and learn what are the issues and topics that are out there. Change your behavior. Use less plastic. When we are open to the public eventually, come on in for a visit. Bring a group. Learn more about what's happening and decide to make a difference. That's how we started. 1975, 3 people decided to make a difference. And today, we're the largest marine mammal hospital in the entire world. That's all it takes, is together, as a community, for us to make a difference in this world. With that, again, if you text any other questions, we'll do our very best to get back to you. I want to thank you all for joining us. On behalf of all of us here at the Marine Mammal Center, and especially our patients, thank you. Thank you for all that you do for the animals, and thank you for making this place what it is today, which is, personally, it's spectacular. I hope you're proud of everything you've built here.